So again, we talked before about the Epson LS9000, the LS12000, and your new QB1000,
Right.
and how similar they look physically. So if I was to stack those up against one another, why don't you tell the folks the secret of identifying each one?
Absolutely. This is what makes me sound so smart. I know this.
Right,
I know
here
the
it
secret
comes. Now listen
information.
up good.
So,
Weapons engaged. Plasma cannon powering up.
Hey, we just checked out the demo of the LS9000, and I want to say, Joe, wow, I went in with really low expectations, really, because I have an Epson projector. I have an older 5040 unit, right? And it has 2,500 lumens, right? And when people think about, well, this one only has 2,200 lumens. But I'm going to tell you what makes the difference in that older type and this newer type is amazing. So when we're talking about, we're not talking about the same lumens here because we're talking obviously different technologies. So tell us what the difference that we're seeing that's giving us that really, really bright pop in those HDR scenes.
Yeah, the biggest difference that you're going to see on the new LS9000 compared to older generations like your 5030 is the new laser engine on the light source as opposed to a lamp.
Okay.
On your 5030, it's a beautiful projector, but that lamp from day one starts to degrade, right? And that brightness curve falls off very quickly.
Right.
So your 2,500 lumen lamp is only running about 2,500 lumens for those first couple hundred hours. After that, it slowly starts to degrade to about 50% in the roughly 2,500 to 3,000 hour range, and then you'd replace that lamp. With these laser modules, these fixed phosphor lasers, you're able to run at full brightness up to 20,000 hours. So that consistent experience over the lifetime of that projector, I'm going to give you a movie a day, every single day for over 11 years worth of constant great brightness.
Great stuff, man. Hey,
Absolutely.
I appreciate you talking to me, Joe.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, folks, take two. If you didn't know, life is real and life is always live. Here today at Audio Advice Live 2025 is Rod, and he's representing Epson, and he's coming with the new LS9000 projector. They also have it set up in a demo room back here that we're going to take a look at in a minute. So, Rod, tell us what you brought here to the show and what we can expect from Epson this year.
absolutely. So as you mentioned, this is the brand new LS9000. We just announced this at the show 2 nights ago. So we're really excited to partner with Audio Advice Live to do the global announcement. Now, the LS9000 is the latest addition to Epson's line of what we call the Pro Cinema family.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with the LS12000, which came out a couple of years ago, this is essentially the baby brother to that projector. Same chassis even, right? Visually from the external, it's very similar with one little trick that makes it visually distinct. We'll talk about that in a second.
Right.
As far as the main kind of characteristics or specifications, here's what we've got. So blue phosphor laser, so laser projection, 4K performance, 30 decibels. So that's the noise ceiling. That's maximum fan noise at 100% laser operation. Delivering 2,200 lumens, HDR, HDR10, hybrid log gamma, of course, all for $4,000. So you've got the compact, quiet, efficient, affordable, but still relatively high brightness projector for dedicated or semi-dedicated viewing experiences.
Wow, it's definitely a great projector. And you said this one only comes in a black finish here?
Yes, this
like
is
the LS.
Yeah, just like the LS12000, black finish only. Now, last year at CEDIA, we did announce the QB1000, which has the same chassis, but is available in white or black. But that projector is 3,300 lumens. So when you start to get to that level of brightness, you are more likely, or let's say, to be putting that projector in either a dark dedicated room where a black projector makes more sense, or like in a living room watching TV in the afternoon and a black projector is like really obvious when it's hanging up.
Scary to the wife.
Yeah, very a little intimidating.
Scary to the wife. So again, we talked before about the Epson LS9000, the LS12000, and your new QB1000, and how similar they look physically. So if I was to stack those up against one another, why don't you tell the folks the secret of identifying each one?
Absolutely. This is what makes me sound so smart. I know this. I know the secret information.
Listen up good.
So on the LS9000, this ring around the lens here is piano black.
Okay.
On the LS12000, silver. And achievement unlocked for the QB1000, rose gold is the ring around the lens.
You heard it first. You are as smart as he. You are as smart as he is at this moment. So you have the unlocked secret of how to identify the Epson projectors. So again, in my living room space, I have to have a white one because I have a lot of ambient light. And I've always had Epson projectors. I've had the 5040, the 5030, the 5025. So I've always been in the space of Epson projectors because they work best for my space. So I'm excited to upgrade one day to one of these newer projectors from Epson and keep it going. So for now, mine's running like a tank and it's running pretty good. So we're just gonna, run it till the wheels fall off, or maybe I'll get the upgrade-itis and come into one of these new ones. But I tell you what, that QB1000 looking pretty good, so all that ambient light, and I could kind of just put that Canon in there. So that's great. But what we're going to do is go in and take a look at this demo that Epson is giving of the LS9000. And we want to thank you for joining us here, or joining the family at Genius Home Theater, Rod, for giving us some of your time.
Absolutely.
All
My
right?
pleasure. Thanks so much.
So once again, this is Rod, and this is Genius Home Theater. My name is Ron, and I will see you on the next one.